hope you are doing well. Today, horror incident about unseen entity or demon. This is a story about Craig's friend, Alex. When Alex was in the 6th grade, his family decided to teach him at home. They thought it would be better for his studies. Alex liked the idea because it meant he didn't have to wake up early to catch the school bus. Every morning, Alex woke up, brushed his teeth, and then went to his room to read the holy book. His family believed it was important for him to read it and tried to memorize as much as he could. He would sit on his bed with the book open in front of him. As he read, he often noticed something strange. There was a dent in the bed, as if someone was sitting next to him, but no one was there. Maybe it's just the way the mattress is, Alex thought, trying to ignore it, but it kept happening every day. It made him feel uneasy, but he didn't tell anyone because he thought they would laugh at him. One day, while Alex was reading in the living room, he felt something strange again. He looked towards the stairs and saw 2 black feet hanging from the top of the stairs. He blinked and looked again, but the feet were gone. His heart raced. He got up and checked the stairs, but no one was there. I must be seeing things, he told himself, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Weird things continued to happen. One night, while Alex was doing his homework, he heard a child crying in the house. It sounded close, but he couldn't figure out where it was coming from. He checked on his youngest brother, Timmy, who was only 3 years old and was sound asleep in his crib. It can't be Timmy, Alex thought. Who else could it be? The crying continued for a few minutes and then stopped as suddenly as it had started. Days turned into weeks, and Alex was getting used to the strange occurrences, although they still scared him. He would hear footsteps when no one was there, doors would open and close by themselves, and sometimes he would feel a cold breeze even when the windows were shut. One afternoon, Craig and his younger brothers, Danny and Timmy, were at home while their parents went out for groceries. Craig was in charge of watching his brothers. He was downstairs reading a book while his younger brothers were playing upstairs. Suddenly, he heard a loud noise coming from the bathroom upstairs. "Hey guys, come downstairs and watch TV," Craig called out. He wanted them to stay where he could see them. Danny and Timmy came running down the stairs, laughing and giggling. "Where's Jack?" Craig asked. Jack was their middle brother, a quiet boy who liked to read just like Craig. "He went into the room," Danny replied, pointing upstairs. Craig walked upstairs and turned on the lights. He checked every room but couldn't find Jack. He even looked under the beds and in the closets. "Jack, where are you?" he called out. But there was no answer. He started to feel worried. He went back downstairs and saw Danny and Timmy sitting on the couch, watching their favorite cartoon. "Where's Jack?" Craig asked again. "He's right here," Timmy said, pointing to the couch. To Craig's surprise, Jack was sitting there, watching TV with a confused look on his face. "How did you get down here?" Craig asked, bewildered. "I saw you go into the room upstairs." "I've been here the whole time," Jack replied. Craig didn't understand what was happening. He knew he had seen Jack go into the room, but now he was downstairs. As the days went by, the strange events continued. One evening, Alex was reading in the living room when he heard whispering. He looked around but saw no one. The whispers grew louder and louder until they were almost shouting. Alex covered his ears and ran to his parents. "Mom, Dad, I hear voices," he said, trembling with fear. His parents looked at each other and then at Alex. "Are you sure?" Alex, his dad asked. "Maybe you're just tired." No, I hear them all the time, Alex insisted. Please, you have to believe me. His parents decided to call a priest to bless the house. The priest came and walked through every room, saying prayers and sprinkling holy water. For a few days, everything seemed normal, and Alex started to feel safe again. But soon, the strange events started up once more. One night, Alex woke up to the sound of someone calling his name. Alex? Alex, the voice whispered. He sat up in bed, his heart pounding. Who's there? He called out, but there was no answer. The room was dark, and the only light came from the moon shining through the window. He got up and went to check on his brothers. They were all asleep, snuggled in their beds. Alex went back to his room, but he couldn't sleep. He lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering what was happening in his house. The next day, Alex told Craig about everything that had been happening. Craig listened carefully and then said, "Maybe the house is haunted." Haunted, Alex echoed, his eyes wide with fear. "Yeah, I've heard stories about houses with ghosts," Craig said. "Maybe that's what's going on." "What should we do?" Alex asked. "Let's tell our parents again," Craig suggested. "Maybe they'll believe us now." They went to their parents and told them everything. This time, their parents took them seriously. They decided to call a specialist who knew about paranormal activities. The specialist came with equipment and spent the night in the house. He used cameras, microphones, and other gadgets to try and capture any paranormal activity. The next morning, he showed the family what he had found. "There is definitely something here," the specialist said. "I captured voices, shadows, and strange movements. It's not harmful, but it is definitely present." The family decided to move to a new house. They packed up their things and left the old house behind. In their new home, everything was peaceful, and there were no more strange events. Alex was happy again. He could read his holy book without feeling scared, and he could sleep through the night without hearing voices. His family was safe, and that was all that mattered. Years later, Alex and Craig would sometimes talk about the old house. They wondered what had caused all those strange events. Was it really a ghost or was it something else? They never found out for sure, but they were glad to be away from it. It's my advice, if you ever visit, remember to be careful around the river and the forest. For the spirits that are hungry for fear, always inquire about the house before moving. Keep yourself and others safe from any type of scary activity. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.